I created this 3D printed cake topper for a special occasion, and I'm gonna show you how I did it. Alright, so here's the workflow. In Photoshop, we're going to create a PNG file, and then we're going to open that in Illustrator to create a DXF, which is the vector that Solidworks will understand to create an STL, and we're going to load that into Cura so that we can slice it up and get some G-code. And we're going to end up with something that looks like this. Alright, so in Photoshop, I typed out my text into separate layers so that I can easily arrange them. I drew a line, which will be the part that sticks into the cake. And then you want to make sure that all of your components are touching each other, and then save it as a PNG file. Alright, so the whole point of what we're trying to do here in Illustrator is to turn that PNG file into a vector, which SolidWorks will understand. And that is a DXF file. You want to make sure that your entire design is contained in the artboard, and then you're going to use image trace followed by expand. This blue outline is actually the vector information, so we're going to export that as a DXF file. In SolidWorks, you can see that that DXF file is now a sketch, and all you have to do is hit that with an extrude boss base, and you get something that looks like this. Now save this as an STL file and open it in your slicer. Alright, so we're in Cura and we have our STL file loaded. I usually print a skirt and then make sure that I enable ironing and iron only the highest layer. Check your preview, and if everything looks good, generate your G-code and then send that for printing. Things looked like they were going well, and then I came back to a failed print due to adhesion issues, and this happens sometimes with intricate prints. But sometimes you just gotta roll with it because it's the thought that counts. Just kidding. I went back and I reprinted at a slower speed. This is how the print looked, and I had to do some cleanup, so I used some tools. I used a deburring tool, this sanding stick that I made, and a soldering iron. My favorite is this sanding stick because I made it. The deburring tool does a pretty good job. And the soldering iron does a great job of melting tricky spots. Finally, I hit it with some white food safe spray paint. I think this looks pretty nice. This project was a reminder that if you want to create something nice in life, sometimes it takes patience and persistence. Speaking of nice things, look how beautiful this is.